don't judge. That's what I've always heard, is that as a Christian, don't judge. Okay? In Matthew 7 is where it deals with this. And just to show you, just here, don't judge. It's the title for Matthew 7, 1 through 5. I'm sorry, but that's a horrible, how it's divided into sections in the Holman Bible here. That it says, do not judge. But that's not what the 1 through 5 is about. Here's what it says. Do not judge, so that you won't be judged. For with the judgment you use, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. It goes on to say about where you have a log in your own eye, and they have only a splinter. So how can you go about helping them when you have a log in your eye still? It says, when you have a huge problem yourself, how can you help someone with their problem? Your problem is way bigger than theirs. Or you have a problem, so how can you help them with the same problem you have? And that's where judgment is. Because when you read the Bible, it doesn't go just one way, it goes both ways. So when it says, do not judge, so that you won't be judged. For with the judgment you use, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. That means if you judge, you're going to be judged the exact same way you judged them, yourself. So if I say, I've used this quite some time, if I say, smoking is bad for you, and you shouldn't smoke. Now, how can I say that? That's a judgment. If I say you shouldn't smoke, I'm judging you and saying you shouldn't smoke. It's bad for your body. You shouldn't do drugs. It's bad for your body. Don't do it. How can I say that? I'm judging you. You shouldn't do it. That's a judgment. But it seems like it's okay for me to say it. And this is why. Because when I say, don't do drugs, you shouldn't do drugs, and you shouldn't smoke, you shouldn't curse, the reason why I say that, and I can, is because I'm also judged under the same judgment I just judged anyone who does. I don't smoke, I don't curse, and I don't do drugs. So I'm free and clear. I can judge on that topic. I can say, you shouldn't do it. It's not worth it. Because I don't do it myself. What it's talking about is having a huge plank of wood in your own eye, is saying having a huge problem yourself when you're trying to help someone else with their problem. It says to remove your problem first so that you can help them remove theirs. What it would be is if I said, you shouldn't smoke, it's not good for you, but I'm smoking myself. Now that would be what it says is a hypocrite. Now that's hypocrisy, what it is. So I don't smoke, don't do drugs, don't curse. So I can judge anyone who smokes, does drugs, and curse. It's not a judgment in saying you are a horrible person. That's not at all what I'm saying. And that's not at all what it says to do. That is the against, anti, don't do it. But it says do not judge. But what it should say is don't judge if you don't know the consequences. There's consequences to judging. That's actually a perfect title. And I just got this right now while I'm saying this. Don't judge unless you know the consequences. Once you understand and you learn the process in which God has designed and set up, then you can judge, but you judge through a right mindset, the way God intended. Don't judge as a hypocrite. Don't judge something that when you also have a problem yourself. Don't judge unless you are aware of the consequences. And once you are, then you may judge. But like I said, this part where it says do not judge, this is one of my, everything is my favorite biblical misconception, because I love learning. And how did I get to this point? I asked questions. Do not judge. I started with, well then how do you judge anything? Because I know you judge. I know Moses in the Bible, he judged. Well, if they judge, how can I? And that's the key. Once you are perfect in that area, you are there perfect to judge in that area. You judge knowing the consequences, you get yourself right with God, and you do it the right way He set it up. So judge. So when I say judge me, I'm giving you permission, and I'm saying you can be in whatever messed up situation you are, but I'm giving you permission to judge me and not worry about the consequences because I'm taking them away from you. Judge me and look at me. That way, when you watch these videos, you know I'm not some crazy loon. I'm not out there. I am out there. It's like I said, I asked myself, am I crazy? Yes, I am crazy. But they sure thought Jesus was really crazy back in his day, didn't they? So I'm in great company. So, judge.